Well, I think we're ready to get started, and I want to start out by thanking Holly for welcoming us all into her beautiful home. And tonight, Holly and I are partnering together so that Holly can decorate and organize her house for free and half price. And throughout the show, I'm going to give you some hints on how you can do the same. And I'm hoping that a few of you take us up on it because it will help Holly out and it will also help you out to transform your home and to have a beautiful home for free and half price. And so why don't we get started? This is a party, and so I'd like to get to know some of you and have a little bit of fun. And so Holly is handing out your folders, and she's also giving you each a pack of mini M&Ms. And what I want you to do is eat as many of those M&Ms as you want, but hold out just one. So if you would just save one M&M while she does that. And I'll go really quickly what's through your folder while she's doing that. Each of you have a green folder. Mine's orange, so I can tell that it's mine. And in your folder, in the front pocket, you'll see a wish list. And you can keep track on the wish list of things that you want to either buy tonight, or you might want to buy in the future, or get for free when you host your own show. But it's a great way for you to just kind of take some notes about the show. There's also some information about doing what I do, and there's a mini catalog. So anything in that front pocket is yours to take and to keep with you. Then we have our beautiful new catalog, and I'll be referencing the catalog throughout the show. And then some information about hosting your own show, as well as the specials that we have this month, and I'll be going over those during the show. Information about getting started doing what I do, and I'll talk a little bit more about that too, as well as information about hosting a fundraiser. And we have a great fundraiser program with our candles, and I'll mention that too later. And then in the back folder, you will find order forms, and just grab one of these when you're ready to place your order. The shipping and handling schedule is right here, but I can total your order up for you, so you don't need to worry about doing the high math. I'm a math major. Let me take care of that. But just hold on to your folders, and for now you've all got your M&Ms, and I hope you've saved one out. So we're going to start with introductions, and what we're going to do is I'd like each of you to introduce yourself, first name, whatever, and how you know Holly. And then, depending on what color you have, you're going to answer a different question. So we're going to start out with the people who saved out a brown M&M. Who saved out a brown M&M? Great. Okay, if you'd introduce yourself, and then how you know Holly, and the question for the brown M&M is, what's a spot in your home that things just tend to gather? Clutter tends to gather, and it just drives you crazy. It's what I call a drop spot. Or if you don't have one of those, and I think we all do, but if you don't have one of those, maybe an area in your home that you'd like to get organized. Okay, great. Sally, you said the kitchen table, and I will tell you that is the #1 spot, I think, where clutter gathers, because it's a place where people feel comfortable. And so when they come in the door, they drop their stuff, their homework, their keys, their cell phone, you name it, on the kitchen table, and either you end up not eating there, or you end up having to clear it all off, and then nobody knows where their stuff is. So we'll talk a little bit about solutions to that problem, very common problem. Okay, now, if you have a red M&M, who's got the red M&Ms? Great. Your question is there an area in your home that you'd like to add a little spark? Maybe a room that you'd like to add some color to, a room that you're getting a little bored with, whatever the case. Okay, so Mary, I hear you saying the powder room, or the half bath, and that's really a common area. And the thing I love about decorating powder rooms is that it's so easy to put some accents in there and to just get a really dynamic room. And so you'll be looking through the catalog, and I'll be showing you some stuff, and maybe something will kind of perk you up and help you give that spark to your room. Okay, if you have a yellow M&M, who has a yellow M&M? Okay, your question is, what's your favorite color? Oh, okay. Joanne, you said purple. Well, did you know that last year purple was the color of the year? Every year there's a color of the year, and last year it was a shade of purple called Radiant Orchid, and because it was the color of the year last year, it's continuing to be really, really strong. And you're seeing it in clothing, you're seeing it in home decor, you're seeing it in kitchenware, you name it. It's going to be all over, and it's going to continue to be really strong. And if you love purple, we've got a whole lot of purple this year. And if you look on page 16 and 17, That's my favorite purple spread, but then also on the previous spread, there's a lot of purple as well. So I think you're really going to be able to find some purple for your home if that's what you want to do. Okay, so we've done red, we've done brown, we've done yellow. Who has an orange M&M? Orange? Okay. For you, your question is really quick. I want you to really just leaf through the catalog, or if you have already, that's great. And I just want you to share what your favorite 2 pages are. Just open up to 2 pages that you love. And I'll kind of start. These are my two pages. It's page 26 and 27. And I decorate in the warm earth tones at home, and this look is just fantastic. I'm going to be adding this look to my home because I just love it. Okay, so if you had orange, please share. Okay, so we have 2 colors left, green and blue. Who has a blue M&M? Blue? Okay, your question is, if you could travel any place in the world, where would you want to go? And if it were free? Free travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? Oh, you'd like to go to the Caribbean? Are you in luck? Every year, Signature Home Styles has a vacation of a lifetime, and it's free to the representatives that earn it. And I've been in this business now for 4.5 years. I've earned a trip every single year, and they're always fantastic. Wonderful vacations with other Signature Home Styles people. And usually they're in the cold weather, so we can escape this cold weather and we go to a warm weather place. So this coming year, next month, in fact, I'm going to Atlantis with my sister. I've been to Hawaii. I've been on a cruise, a couple of cruises, in fact, a family vacation to Clearwater, Florida, to Cabo. Our next vacation that we can earn, and I'm so excited about this, and anybody can earn it, whether you start your business now or whether you've been in the business for 25 years. The next upcoming vacation is a 7-day cruise in the Caribbean, and it's to the Virgin Islands, Barbados, St. Lucia. Wonderful, wonderful places. So I would love for some of you to join me on that. And then the last question, who has a green M&M? A green M&M? Okay, your question is, if you had $500 extra income a month, what would you do with it? Great. You know, I know a lot of people have debts to pay off. Whether it's car payments or school bills, student loans, you name it. And with $500 extra a month, that can make a real dent into your family budget. It can into your debt, and it can really add to your budget. The reason I ask you about $500 a month is by doing Signature Home Style shows just 1 night a week. On average, you'd earn $500 a month. And I think that is great income for just a little bit of work, and in fact, it's really not work at all. It's really fun. I just come into people's homes, hang out with women, show off products I love, give people great ideas, then I'm gone. And so it's, you know, a couple, 3 hours a night, and 1 night a week, $500 a month. And of course, you can make a lot more than that. If you want to do it a little more casually, you can make less than that, but the option's up to you. Okay, well, I'm glad we got to know each other a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is to introduce myself first. My name is Tracy Burton. I live in Effingham, Illinois. And I've been with Signature Home Styles for 12 years. I was in the corporate world for 35 years. And in fact, I was in the corporate office of Signature Home Styles for 7 years. And about 5 years ago, my husband and I decided to retire and move to a lake in central Illinois. And yet I was looking for something to still continue to make some income, but that would be really, really flexible. My parents were aging. I needed to take care of them. My daughter was in college. I wanted to be able to go to her college activities. And so I decided to start a Signature Home Styles business. And I absolutely love it. I travel all over. Love helping people out. I will tell you, tonight I drove about 2.5 hours to do this show. Love to do it. I love this crowd. But the reason I drove 2.5 hours is that there's nobody in this area doing it. And I would love to partner with any one of you or somebody that you know to help build this area and to help put a little extra money in your pocketbook. So if that's something you're interested in, talk to me after the show. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you some ideas on how you can transform your home. And everybody likes to have a more stylish home, or at least I would hope they would. And with Signature Home Styles, we provide you the products and the inspiration to transform your home into what you want it to be. And we do that with our 3 easy steps to style. And the first easy step to style is organize. You need to get organized. If you're not organized, all of the clutter is going to take away from whatever beautiful decor in your beautiful home. And so what we do is we help you organize those things that are out and about in your home. We don't provide the big Rubbermaid type bins for storing off-season things in the basement or in the garage. What we provide is beautiful containers that allow you to contain the clutter that you need. It's not garbage, it's just stuff that you need, and it doesn't have a place, it doesn't have a home. So we provide that beautiful home. And the core of our organizational product line is the Classic Collection. And you probably noticed I'm sitting on the biggest piece of the Classic Collection, and that's our Classic Cube. And I love this product, and this is the item that I would say most of my hosts end up getting for free. Some of my hosts get 3, 4, more of them. But most of my hosts get at least 1 cube for free, and then maybe one or two more for half price. It is a wonderful storage item. It is cloth lined. It's nylon webbing on a great strong wood frame, and it will support an average to heavy adult and provides that great extra seating. So if you had one of these in, let's say, your family room, your den, your living room, what would you put in it? Blankets? You know, if you were on Family Feud, you would have just got the #1 answer, because I hear blankets more than I hear anything else. And I think the reason that we hear blankets so much is that everybody has them in their family room. You like to cuddle up in them when it's cold, when you're watching TV or the ball game. But most of the time our blankets don't match our decor. And then, of course, in the summer, we don't need them. So they're really perfect to fold up and put in here. And then you have the extra seat in your room. What else would somebody put in it? Toys? Well, that's the #2 answer. I hear that one all the time. And this is great for toys. If you're thinking about your family room, you really don't want your family room to look like a daycare center. And when you have the toys all over and the white toy boxes, plastic toy boxes, it just doesn't look nice. And so by having your toys in these nice cubes, #1, it kind of limits how many toys each kid can have in the living room or in the family room, but it also makes them look nice. It also teaches some discipline, because the children, at the end of the day, you can teach them that when they go to bed, their toys need to be in their cube and tucked away. The lid is very lightweight. It won't smash their little fingers, and so it's very safe, but it's a great place to put toys. Some other ideas: it's great for video gaming, because you can both store the pieces in it, but then also sit on it to do the video games. Wonderful in a guest room for your extra linens. You can put your towels, your sheets, anything extra that you want for your guests in there, especially if you don't have a linen closet close to the guest room. So, and then I use one near my front door to put my shoes in. So I don't like to wear shoes in the house, so I just throw them in there. I always know where they are. So that's the cube, and you can buy the cube. You can get it for free or half price as a host, or you can get it for free in your showcase when you become a Signature Home Styles rep. You can also buy it as a set. Most of our classic items do come as sets, and this is our starter set. So if you're interested in just starting small, you can buy the starter set, and it consists of the one large basket with handles, great for magazines, for various things, and then it has the 2 smaller baskets, and these are perfectly designed for CDs, DVDs, Wii games, things of that nature. This is a great set, and you can buy this set alone, or you can buy it with the cube, and then we call it the cube set. And when you buy it with the cube set, you get some great savings. Now, one of the things that I love about getting organized is it allows you to save both time and money. Did you know that the average woman spends over 40 hours a year looking for things that are misplaced? 40 hours a year. That's like an extra work week a year. Wouldn't you love to have that extra time? And if you know where things are, if things have a place, you're going to know where to find them. So you can save time. The way you save money is by not having to buy stuff that you already have. How many of you have found a recipe and say it calls for a can of mushroom soup? And you look in your pantry and you see the surface area and you look, no mushroom soup. So you go to the store, you buy a mushroom soup, and you figure, well, while I'm there, I might as well buy a couple more because I know I'm going to make this recipe again. You get home, you start putting away those extra mushroom soups, and what do you find in the pantry? 3 or 4 mushroom soups. what I do in my pantry, and I just love it, is I use these baskets. I use the small ones for the things like the packets, the good seasonings packets, the taco mixes, that kind of thing, because they stand up really nice in here and I can see what I have. I also use one of these for bigger spice jars and things like that. You can put rice-a-roni, Uncle Ben's packages, things like that in it. And then the big ones, like this, with the handles, I put soups in. So I put all my cans of soup in one. And when I'm looking for my soup, I can just pull it out and look through and see what I've got. I've also got my hamburger helpers, my cake mixes, things like that in it. And depending on whether you have a deep pantry, you can put them in this way, or for even your above-the-counter kitchen cabinets, they fit in this way. They're perfectly designed for that. These will fit in your kitchen cabinets as well, and you can really get organized and save both time and money in the kitchen. Also in the classic line, we have baskets from large to small for pretty much anything you'd want to do. And if you start looking on around page 40, that's where the classic starts. We've got some in the kitchen, and then we go into other pages that have all sorts of different classic baskets. So whether you're trying to organize a drawer, a pantry, a closet, we've got a solution for you. Now, when I asked you what's that spot in your home where the clutter tends to gather, if you said the whole house, and if you really are motivated to get that house organized, here's what I suggest to you, and this is what the organizational pros will tell you too. Don't do it all at once, because it'll be overwhelming. What you want to do is do an area at a time, okay? And the best way to do that is with our Savvy Shopper program. And that is on page 54 and 55. It looks like this. And what this is it's kind of a basket of the month club. Every month you get a package with baskets in it. You organize an area, and then the next month you get another package and you organize another area. And we've got a small Savvy Shopper program, we've got a medium Savvy Shopper program, and we've got a large Savvy Shopper program. So whether you're just trying to organize small areas or maybe larger areas or the whole house, we've got a program for you. And with that program, you not only save on the price of the baskets, but you get certificates so that when you want to show off your house, once it's all organized, you get a lot of free money, free hostess money to do that. So that's kind of a fun program, and I would love to get you enrolled in that if you need to organize your whole house. Okay, so as well, in addition to the classic line, we have a couple other organizational lines that I'd like to show you. And the first is our Home Styles line. And the Home Styles line is natural seagrass on wire frames. And I should mention that all our classic baskets are on wire frames as well, except for the cube that's on a wood frame. And so all of our baskets are really strong and really hold up. I've been in homes in my area where they have baskets they bought from us, not exactly like this, but the same idea. And they bought them like 25 years ago, and they're still using them. These aren't baskets that sit on the shelf. These are baskets that get used. This is our most popular shape, and we have this shape in 4 different collections. We have it in the classic that I showed you. We have it in this Home Styles, and then we have it in 2 indoor-outdoor collections. And this is just a perfect basket for so many different things. So why don't we just share ideas? I'm going to pass this around, and why don't you share an idea for it? Oh, I love those ideas. So let me just give you a few more. Some of the things that I use this for, I use it for a car basket. So my water bottle, my cell phone, my sunglasses, it goes in between the seats, my maps, papers, anything that I need to have in the car is in the car all the time. It's a great desk basket, pens, pencils, scissors, papers, you name it. Great mail center. Did you know that over 25% of the people that pay their bills late are not paying them late because they don't have the money. They're paying them late because they don't know where they are. They aren't organized. And so what you can do is when you open your mail, you find a bill, you tuck it in here. In here you've got your checkbook, your pens, your stamps and envelopes. You've got everything all ready. When you're ready to pay bills, you just pick up the basket. You've got everything you need to pay bills. You've got all the bills in there. And so you can save a lot of money. You can save the price of the basket in just 1 month because we all know how much those credit card companies charge us when we pay late. $39, and this basket is less than that. So one missed payment would pay for this basket. So that's the Home Styles collection, and it comes in a number of both organizational products and then also decorative products. I've got our tray basket over here. A little bit later I'm going to show you our oval basket, and it also comes in vases. This is our tall Home Styles vase. So beautiful, beautiful way to get organized. And then let me pull out the other line, and that is our indoor-outdoor line. And our indoor-outdoor line is actually, it's a plastic that's woven over a wire frame. I don't know how they do it, but it doesn't rust. I got one of these when we first came out with this product 2 years ago, and I put it outside, and it stayed outside all summer, in the rain. I mean, not on the porch. This is outside. In the rain, sun, you name it. Put it away during the winter, took it back out, went through another summer, same thing, and then I compared it to this basket, and this basket just stays in my cube and goes to shows. You couldn't tell the difference. It didn't rust, didn't fade, didn't get icky. You can just hose it down, and so these are great for outside. You could do a little herb garden in one of them. You could use them at the beach, use them on the patio, use them on the boat, in the RV, but they're also great for bathrooms. Imagine if you've got all those wet kitty toys, you know, the rubber duckies and the boats and the whole thing. They go right in here, and you can just sit this next to your bathtub. And it's perfect. They'll drain through the bottom, but they won't get the basket all icky. Wonderful for kids going to college. We've got the caddy in this weave as well. And the caddy's great for taking all their toiletries to the group bathroom. So a lot of different applications. Then we also have an indoor-outdoor collection in white. And I don't have one of those baskets with me today, but they're up in the front of the catalog. And they're very, very nice as well for babies' rooms. And for kitchens, if you have like the white cabinets, they're wonderful for that. Well, while we're talking about baskets, I want to tell you a little bit about our specials that we've got going on tonight. And the first special is our mini organizer. It's a classy mini organizer, and oh my gosh, this is an awesome product. So many different uses. So why don't we just pass it around, and why don't you give some uses? Oh, those are great uses. By the phone, on the desk, remote controls, we all have them. One of the things I like to do with it is I put it under an outlet, and then I plug in my phone charger into the outlet, and I string the charger cable through the weave so that the charger cable is in the pocket, and then when I charge my phone, I just sit it in here, and then I can put other things, my car keys and stuff like that in there. But I always know where my charger is. The cable's not just all over the counter, and it works out really, really nice. You can get 2 of these tonight when you place a $40 order. So when you order $40 out of the catalog, then you can add 1 or 2 of these. And I'll tell you what, I have people coming back to shows just to get more of these. They get 2 of them, and then they need 2 more. Because everybody in the house wants 1 or 2 or 3, or they want one for the home and for the office. They're $11, and of that $11, $1 goes to our charity of choice, and that's Warm Blankets Orphan Care. And they build homes for orphans throughout the world, and it's a wonderful, wonderful organization that we've been supporting for a number of years, and just terrific organization. So when you place your order, if your order qualifies by being $40 or more, I'll ask you if you want to add these. We do have one other special tonight, and that is our surprise packages. And have any of you gotten a surprise package? Well, if you haven't, let me tell you a little bit about that. When you place a $40 order again, you can add $25 and get a $100 surprise package. And this is an assortment of things. Usually it's 5 or 6 items. They're top quality. They're just not in the line anymore. And what I have found is that everybody that I've ever had buy a surprise package, and I've sold quite a few of them over the course of the years, they find 3 or 4 items that they absolutely fall in love with and that they can use in their home, and that more than pays for the surprise package. And then the 1 or 2 items that maybe don't fit their home or aren't to their taste, they can use for gifts, they can donate. It's always nice to have that extra gift on hand or whatever, or, you know, maybe somebody else can use it in their home. So I'll ask you as well if you want to add that onto your order tonight. Okay, so we've pretty much gotten organized now, and what we want to do next is to move on to the second step in our Simple Steps to Style, and that's to colorize. And colorizing is just picking the right colors for your home. How many of you watch HGTV? I love it. They give you such great ideas. And one of the ideas that the designers on the HGTV use for picking colors for homes is that generally each room or each area that you can see all at once, so if you have a great room that's combined with your kitchen, you'd want the same colors throughout that area. But each general area you should pick 3 colors to decorate with. And then you shouldn't use them in equal proportion. What you should do is use the formula, we call it the 60-30-10 rule. You should have one color that's 60% of your room, another color, and that's usually your carpet, your walls, your drapes, the big areas. The next color should be used for 30% of the room, and typically that's your furniture, or it might be your drapes, but other big areas. And then the third color, the accent color, or some people call it the pop color, that should be 10% of your room. And what I want to do is I want to show you an example, and if you turn to that purple page that I had you on earlier, that's page 16 and 17, and if you look at this room where it says color splash, that room follows the 60-30-10 rule. And so if you look at that, probably most of you would think right away that 60% is purple, but it really is 60% is gray. We're just focused on the purple because that's what we sell. So for this room, the color scheme, and the color scheme for this room is shown in the lower right-hand corner on the other page, is gray, purple, and green. And the gray is the walls, and in this room the carpet was gray, and the bedspread is a light gray, almost a white. And then the 30% color is purple, and we've got the purple in a runner, we've got it in the paintings, we've got it in the pillow covers, and then the 10% color is the green. And the green, we've got a green pillow, and then we've got the green in the artwork. And what I want you to do is I want you to try to imagine this room, this picture, without those green accents. So take out the green flowers and take out the green pillow. You can almost kind of put your hand over it. And then what do you think about that room? It's just kind of dull, isn't it? Even with that nice shade of purple, it needs that punch color, that pop color. And so what the experts also say is once you pick your pop color, you want to use it at least 3 times in the room. And 3 pillows don't count. It's got to be like pillows, even if you have multiples. Pillows, maybe a vase, and then maybe in your painting. So that it's kind of spread throughout the room, but not overbearing. Now, the cool thing about the pop color is that the pop color is usually portable. It's in your vases, it's in your pillow covers, it's in your art. And those are things that you can change out. So some of us change out our pop colors during the seasons. I actually, in my home, my colors are gold and rust and green. And I use a bright limey green during the summertime. I use more of an olive green during the fall. And so I can change that pop color out without changing the rest. I don't have to paint, I don't have to get new furniture, anything like that. I just kind of change the pop in and out. So let's talk a little bit about color and ways to add color and ways to select color. First, I mentioned that the color of the year last year was Radiant Orchid. And how many of you know what the color of the year this year is? Well, it is a color that's called Marsala. And Marsala is a really earthy red. Marsala is a kind of wine. It's a red wine. I know I use it in cooking. I make chicken Marsala and different things. But there's a color institute called Pantone Color Institute, and once a year in December, they meet with designers. They look at what's going on the runways. They look at what's going on with trends, and they determine what's going to be the color of the year for the next year. And this year it's Marsala, and this love plaque is almost exactly that color. It's not a bright red, it's not a blue red, it's a red with a kind of brown undertone. And this is a wonderful pop color for so many different people's rooms. If you have the earth tones, even with a white and black room, to put this in as a punch is just a wonderful, wonderful color. So you're gonna see more of that out there in the marketplace, and if you want to add it to your home, we've got some great ways to do it. So as far as adding color, first, a great way to pick color is just to pick something you love. And we have a lot of different fabrics, and a lot of them are multicolor. And this, for the past several years, has been our top-selling fabric. It's called Natural Stripes. And this has about 5 different colors in it. And what a lot of people will do is they'll look, and they already have a couple of these colors in their home. Maybe they have the brown and the rust. or maybe they have the green and the brown. And then they just pick one color out of this, use this for an accent, and then really draw on that strong extra color with their pottery or with a painting or whatever. You can do a piece of fabric, you can do a piece of clothing that you like, just pretty much about anything. You can go to a paint store, and a lot of times they'll have paint palettes that are great colors that go together. That doesn't mean you need to repaint your house. You just use the palette, pick one that kind of matches what you already have, and then use their suggested accent color as an accent. And then when you get your colors, what you're going to want to do is to add those punches of color. And fabric is a great way to do it. And we sell our fabric in two different formats. We sell pillow covers. And when you order a pillow cover from us, this is what you get. It's a flat pillow cover, 18 by 18 inches, with a zipper. And then what you do is you can either take your existing pillows, and a lot of sofa pillows, the pillows that come with your sofas are 18 by 18 inches, and you can recover those because probably after a few years with the kids and the animals, they need a little freshening up. Or you can get a pillow, an actual pillow form at a fabric store or at Walmart. This pillow, which is not exactly Marsala, it's a little bit more burgundy red, but it'll work with the Marsala in the same room. It works really good and adds a really nice color. So you can also just use an 18 by 18 pillow form. And so you buy this and you end up with this, okay? And that's a great way to add color. The other format that we sell our fabrics in are runners. And our runners are all 16 by 54 inches. And they're great for putting on tables. You can put them on coffee tables, dining room tables, end tables. They can cover a magnitude of sins. They can also protect your table from the kids doing things. What I like using them for is no-sew window treatments. And what I've done, and I hope you can see this, I bought this set of clips, and they're just little clippy window rings. I got them at Walmart for $2.88 for 14 of them. And all you need to do is take your runner and just pinch them, pop them on, and then just space them out, and then put up a rod. And the rod can be a tension rod between the frame of the window, or it can be a regular cafe rod that you mount on the outside of the window. But then you just put your runner on like this, and the rings create the pleats, and it makes a beautiful no-sew window treatment. So that's very, very easy to do. So those are runners. Some other ways to add fabric, or to add color rather, is through your accessories. And that's the third step. So we've organized, we've colorized, and now we're going to accessorize. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the accessories that Signature Home Styles has. And probably our most popular areas accessories is wall art. And our wall art is just fantastic. Let me grab this one behind me. This is our best-selling painting from last year, and it continues to be a strong seller. This is our Daisy print. And in our catalog, we have two main kinds of prints. We have hand-accented prints, and that's what this is. And what it is it's a canvas on a wood frame, very lightweight. It has a sawtooth hanger that you can just hang on the wall, and it doesn't take a big hanger, just a little nail or even a thumbtack. You can hang them on. See, I'm hanging it from my fingernail. That's how lightweight they are. And I'm going to pass this around so you can see how lightweight they are. And they are then hand accented by an artist with oil paint. And so you can see this wonderful texture, and I'm going to pass this around, and I want you to rub it. They're really durable. I want you to rub it and feel that and look at it at an angle, and you can see that this is really heavily painted canvas. And so it gives you that handmade art, hand-painted art look in your home. And paintings are a wonderful way to add color. And when you look at this painting, what colors do you see? Yeah, I think most of you see the red and the orange. This painting looks good on almost any wall. I have put it on blue walls. There's a little bit of blue in here. I've put it on green walls. There's green walls. I've put it on brown walls. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful on brown walls. But it just works pretty much anywhere and looks great in a living room, a family room, a bedroom, a kitchen, dining room, you name it. So if this is kind of your color wave, if you love those warm colors that make us feel so nice and cozy, this is a great painting for you. So I'm going to pass this around so you can feel it. So that's one kind of art that we sell. The other kind of wall art that we sell is pretty unique. I haven't seen it in the marketplace to speak of, and it's indoor-outdoor art. And what it is it's a PVC, so this is plastic frame, and then the canvas is a vinyl canvas that's lacquered, and it is waterproof and weatherproof. So you can put this on your porch, you could put it on the outside wall of your home. You can put it a lot of different places outside, but I will tell you the area that I sell these for mostly is for bathrooms. Because your bathrooms get humid, especially if you don't have a good exhaust or a good window. You might not want to put something that would either get moldy or whatever, but these really hold up nicely in a bathroom, and they're just perfectly sized to either put across from your commode or above your commode, and to create that beautiful look in your bathroom. So we've got a number of different indoor-outdoor prints that you ought to take a look at if you're looking for something like that. Some other accessories that we have are our pottery. And our pottery is absolutely gorgeous. I call it gallery quality pottery. And the reason I call it gallery quality is that every one is a little bit different. They're hand painted or hand glazed, and most of our pottery is what's called reactive glaze. And that means that the artist kind of puts it on, and then it reacts with the heat in the oven, and so it might drip, it might turn different colors, and so every one of them is going to be just a little bit different. They're very, very heavy. They're glazed inside, which I love. Have you ever gotten a vase and then you look into it and it's not glazed and it just looks cheap? These are glazed inside as far as you can see, and then they have the pads on the bottom so that they protect your furniture, so that they don't scratch your furniture, and they're really nice and heavy and substantial. So I'm going to pass this around as well so you can take a look at our pottery. And then we have just a wide variety of other products. Oh, I want to back up to wall products. I forgot to show you this when I was there. This is our ultimate scroll frame. And we have 3 ultimate frames, and I will tell you this looks much better against a wall, but it is what it is. We have the scroll frame, a leaf frame, and a circle frame. The circle frame is a little bit more modern, and when you buy these, they come like this. They just have a hole in the middle. And then we sell a wide variety of inserts. We sell signs, we sell welcome plaques, we sell art, you name it, different things that pop in here. And the great thing about this is that you can change it out for the season. And if you want to, you can put a little fluff on it. You could put, a little greenery maybe down below, or maybe one down below and one up the side, however you want to do it. But it's just a really fun piece to change out. And we come out with different plaques every season, different inserts. And we also have a mirror, so if you just want a plain look. And with the mirror, you can hang it on an angle. Doesn't look too good with the welcome frame. But you just pop the inserts in and out. And so like here's a different insert that's kind of in the same color wave, that if you wanted to switch that insert in and out. But this is a real fun piece. And I will tell you, a lot of my hosts buy this frame, or get it free. I should say get it free. And then what they do is when they go to their friends' shows, because they usually have 2 or 3 friends that book, then at those shows, then they buy additional inserts. So they always have something that they can pick up at the future shows. So that's kind of a fun thing too. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just a couple of arrangements and show you kind of how to put some things together. How many of you consider yourself floral designers? Nobody? Oh, good, because last show I was at, I had somebody that said they owned a floral shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I do this right. But if none of you are floral designers, then we're good. I'm going to teach you just a really quick, some few principles of designing florals. How many of you go into Michael's or Hobby Lobby or even Walmart, and you see all those stems, and they're beautiful, and you think, I love them, but I have no clue what to do with them. Or you maybe buy a few, and then you get them home and you put them in a vase, and they're kind of like, yeah, doesn't look like it. And so then you end up maybe going to a floral shop and having them arrange them, or buying it at the floral shop and spending way too much money, and then it's kind of permanent. It is what it is. Well, I want to show you how you use some of our great containers, and this you can do in either a wall pocket. I love the wall pocket because you can either hang it on the door, hang it next to a painting, a little narrow spot maybe if you have between your door and your window that you need something really pretty, and then you can switch it out. So these are a great value. So I've got our Home Styles wall pocket, and I've got some florals that I'm going to use to put in this. And the first principle that I want to talk to you about is to properly size your arrangement to your vase or your container. And kind of rule of thumb, and there aren't any floral police that are going to come out and bust you if you don't do it, but the rule of thumb is to have the arrangement approximately the same height as the container. So if you have a short container, you're going to want a short arrangement. You have a tall container, you want a tall arrangement. So this container and this grass go along perfectly because the grass is about the same height as the container once you put it in, the actual grass part. And what I've done first is I've stuffed some newspapers in the bottom of this so that they go to the proper height. Otherwise, this would go almost all the way down into the vase. And here's a quick way to put together a wall pocket or a arrangement in a vase. And that is, the formula is to start with something tall. These are our wetland grasses. They come in 3 colors. I've got the green. It also comes in brown and orange. And then to layer something medium height. And these are our cattails. I've got the small cattail stems, and these look so real. You know, I mean, it's almost like you went out and picked them, and the grasses look real too. And then, so we're going to tuck those in there. We'll just kind of tuck that in there. And then to take a statement piece. And the statement piece is what gives the arrangement the pop. This looks great. I mean, it looks fine, but if you're going to put this on a door or in a wall, you're going to want the statement piece to end up right about there. So I'm just going to bend this over. Almost all of our florals are wired and really flexible, and you can bend them. These are our new burlap dahlias, and they're just beautiful, and that's all there is to it. Tall, medium, statement piece, and you've got a beautiful, beautiful arrangement. Now, do you think you could do that? Absolutely. And as an aside to your representatives, I would actually have them do this. I would just hold the vase, and I'd have one person stuff in the tall, one person stuff in the medium, and another person stuff in the statement piece. So that's a great way to put together a wall arrangement. So then the most common place I think that you put arrangements is on the table. How many of you love to have a beautiful centerpiece on your tables, either your coffee tables, your dining room table, your kitchen table? I know I do too. One of the things I don't like, though, is when you go down to eat, you got to move it. And so we've come up with a great way to handle that problem and to always have a beautiful centerpiece on your table. And the core to that is to have a great basket. And we have about 4 different baskets that you can do this with. This is my favorite. It's the oval basket. But you can also do this with our leaf basket, our leaf tray, with our regular tray, which is rectangular tray, or with our tray basket, which is this oblong tray basket that I've got here. And so you start out with a basket, and you put it on the table, and then to add some color and some softness, you use a runner. Now, typically what people would do when they're doing something on a table is they'd throw down the runner first and put it on the table. And if you're like me, and I'm a math major, a little computer science background too, what I would do is when I'd put this on the table, boy, I would get it so it was so square. And then I'd make sure that it was exactly even from each side. And then I'd go from end to end and make sure that there's exact same amount of overhang. And that's a little bit OCD, but that's what I used to do. But now what I do, and don't think I made this stuff up. I learned this from other reps and from meetings that I go to at Signature Home Styles and from our great training videos. But now what I do is I put the runner into the basket, and then I just kind of fluff it up and let it trail off. And you see it a lot better. It's not just flat on the table. And the cool thing about this is when you go to move the centerpiece, the runner goes with you. So then what I'm going to do is in the basket, I'm going to put some accessories. This is my absolute favorite accessory in the whole line, my best seller. And this is what I call my little black dress. How many of you have a little black dress? Or know what a little black dress is? Yeah? What's so great about a little black dress? You're right. It looks good all the time. You can wear it all year long. You can dress it up. You can dress it down, accessorize it, you name it. Go from day to night. And this is the same way. This Bubble Glass Hurricane, and this is the tall that I have. Bubble Glass Hurricane, you can dress it up, dress it down, change it throughout the seasons. It goes in anybody's decor, whether you're Victorian, modern, you name it. It works for your decor. And it's so much fun to have in your home. The way it works is it's a glass cylinder, and you can use this alone without the candle tray as a big vase. You can put the lemons in it, kind of like on Pinterest. You can do pine cones. I've seen people put fish in it. You name it. What I do is I put different things in the bottom. Right now I have coffee beans in it just because it's easy for me to carry to shows. But I start out the year with snowball ornaments in the bottom, and I have a white runner. And then I put white candles in, and I put some pine around it. It looks beautiful. For Valentine's Day, I switched to white and pink and red M&Ms. And I put them in the bottom, and then I put the tray in, and then I put my candle in. And the cool thing about that, two things. One, even though I burn the candles, the M&Ms don't melt. And the reason is that the flame, the heat rises, and the M&Ms are in the bottom. The other reason is, you all know M&M's slogan, right? Melts in your mouth, not in your hurricane. That's right. Okay. The other thing that's cool about it is my family hasn't figured out yet that you can eat them. And so this is my secret stash. So I just lift it out, take a few, put it back. And by the time Valentine's season is over, we're on to St. Patrick's Day. My candy's gone, and then I move to something green in the bottom. And then throughout the year, jelly beans for Easter, seashells in the summer, fall potpourri in the fall. For Halloween, I do candy corn, you name it. And so it's just a really fun thing to play with. So I'm going to put this in the basket. And this does come in two sizes. That's the tall, and this is the short or small. I'm not sure what it's called. You know, we've been selling these forever, and I don't know, tall, small, short. And that's the cool thing about this, about doing what I do. You don't need to know the names. You don't need to know the item numbers. You don't need to know the prices. Somebody will find it in the catalog, okay? So I'm going to put the short one in here as well. And then on the candle trays, you can put a couple of different candles. We have two different types of candles that we sell. We have our scented jar candles. We call these candle tumblers. And they are soy and paraffin blended wax. They burn really, really clean. Each one burns for about 45 hours. And cotton wicks. And they smell so good. We've got 8 scents. 6 of them are new to us this year. And I do have little samplers if you want to smell the scent. Some people buy candles by color, some by scent, and so I can handle either way. This one is pumpkin pie, and it's just, oh, it's so wonderful. Anyway, so these are great. And when you get done with them, when they burn down, you can use the jar as a little container in your bathroom for cotton balls or Q-tips. You can use it as a drinking glass, or any kind of gift container. Fill it up with candied kisses and put a ribbon around it, and you've got a cute little Christmas gift. Our other kind of candle is our safety pillars, and these are for people who, for one reason or not, don't want to have scented real candles. Either they don't want the scent. A lot of people are allergic to scent, or they have issues with fire or whatever. Live in assisted living, a dormitory, or whatever. And they're battery operated with 3 AAA batteries, and they are real wax, and the candle twinkles. It actually twinkles. It's not just on like a flashlight. And also, like a candle, when you want to turn it off, you didn't expect that, did you? You didn't see that coming. And when you want to turn it on, you blow it on. Very, very simple and fun. And so I'm going to pass this around so you can all blow it on and off, because I know you want to do it. And then we'll just tuck it in this other one. Of course, you'd put the same candles in these. I'm just kind of showing a couple of different products. And then you can put kind of whatever you want in the basket. Someplace here I've got some pine cones. Throughout the year I use pine cones. Some people tell me they're for fall only, but I like them because I like the texture. And they just kind of fill up the basket. And then if you want you know, a little bit more fluff, you can put some of our nice little floral picks. Where's the other one? Down here. And just kind of put some floral in there. But it just makes a beautiful centerpiece. And then when you go, if this is on your table, when you go to eat, all you have to do is lift the whole thing up, move it to the kitchen counter or wherever, eat your dinner. When you're done, you just set it back down. I think a lot of people don't do centerpieces because they have to take them all apart, put them all together every time you eat, and this is just so easy and so beautiful. And again, side note for you representatives, I would have them put this together. I would just kind of give one person the basket, one person the runner, and then they'd put together. Now, you'll notice that I do have 2 hurricanes in here, and they are the 2 different heights, and I did that intentionally. What decorators will tell you, or interior decorators, is that when you use accessories, multiples of accessories, you should either use odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, or you should use varied heights. And that's to keep it interesting to the eye. And the other rule of thumb is that when you use varied heights, 2 varied heights of the same item, you should put the tall one on the left. And that's what I've done here for you. The tall one is on the left. And the reason for that is that it's much more appealing to the eye. And why do you think that is? You're right. It's because we read from left to right, and we tend to look at things from left to right. And so it's just more gentle on the eye. And I'm going to turn this around now. You can see it with the tall one on the left. And now I'm going to put a tall one on the right. And this pillow's kind of on the way. But wouldn't you agree that it looks better with the tall one on the left? And again, there are no decorating police that if you have the tall one on the right are going to come and get you. But it's just a rule of thumb. And at this point in my show, I like to give you 3 guarantees, my 3 guarantees. My first guarantee, when you go home, you're going to find something that the tall one is on the right. And my guarantee is that you're going to switch it. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to leave it that way. Sometimes it does look better with the tall one on the right, depending on what your architecture is and kind of the whole context of your decorating. But I am going to guarantee you're going to switch one thing around. My second guarantee, when we're done with the show, we're almost done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the kitchen and take your orders. If you'd come one by one, that would be great. And then when things kind of slow down, I'm going to come out and pack my showcase up. And I want you to play with the stuff. I want you to feel it. If you want to put together your own arrangement, that would be great. But my second guarantee is whatever you really wanted to see is what goes out to the car first. It always happens. The people want to see the bubble glass hurricanes and they're already loaded in the car. So I want to encourage you to play with it right now. And if you have any questions, ask me questions or whatever. Our third guarantee is our wonderful company guarantee on the products. You can really buy with confidence because our guarantee is a 90-day guarantee, pretty much no questions asked. If you decide it's the wrong color, the wrong size, you just don't like it, your husband didn't like it, whatever, you can return it to us. You can get a refund. You can get a exchange, different product. If it comes broken or damaged, no questions asked. We just will replace it. But if it comes and you just don't like it, if it comes in the first 30, if you return in the first 30 days, we'll actually pay for the shipping to get it back. So that's a great guarantee, and so you can buy with confidence. So those are my 3 guarantees. Now, in closing, I want to bring out really our least expensive product in the line. This is a $10 plaque. We have a lot of wonderful sayings in the line. They're both inspirational and motivational, just wonderful. But I love the sentiment on this one. It says, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And this makes a perfect little gift just to have around on hand for those unexpected occasions where you need to have a gift. But I love the sentiment, and I do this as my living. And I get so much from it. In addition to the income and the trips and product discounts, I get to meet all you wonderful people, great friendships and great skills, life skills, presentation skills, you name it. So I get so much from this business. But I hope that I give as much or even more than I give. And I hope that tonight I've given you the inspiration to get organized and to get your home looking a little bit more stylish, maybe adding some spark, whatever. I am looking forward to giving Holly her shopping spree, and I'd love to give you one as well. And I'd also love to give you the opportunity to do this business. So now we're at the end of the show, and I am going to be in the kitchen, and in the kitchen I can help you spend money. Just when you want to order products, I'll total up your order for you. I can help you save money. If you want to book a show, I'd be happy to help you do that so that you can save money on decorating your home. Or if you want to make money, I can surely help you make money by doing what I do. So thank you all for coming tonight. Play with the products, and I'll see you in the kitchen.